The chipped mug warmed my hands as I stared out the kitchen window. Rain lashed against the glass, mirroring the storm inside me. It had been 3 weeks since I found the text messages, 3 weeks since my world tilted on its axis. My name is Silas, and until recently I thought I had it all. A comfortable life in Minneapolis, a fulfilling job as a software architect, and a wife, Rosalie, who I adored. We'd been married for 12 years, a happy, solid 12 years or so I believed. Rosalie worked as a marketing manager for a large corporation downtown. She was vibrant, ambitious, and the kind of woman who lit up a room. I was perhaps a little more reserved, content with quiet evenings and coding projects. We balanced each other, or at least that's how it seemed. The first sign looking back was subtle. Rosalie started working later, attending more networking events. I didn't think much of it. I trusted her implicitly. Then came the phone. She was always on it, even in bed, her fingers flying across the screen, a secretive smile playing on her lips. When I'd ask who she was talking to, she'd brush it off, just work stuff, or catching up with a friend. One Tuesday evening, I was working from home, battling a particularly nasty bug in the system. Rosalie had told me she had a late meeting. Around 9 p.m., I went to the kitchen to grab a soda. Her phone was on the counter, buzzing insistently. I knew I shouldn't, but the curiosity, the gnawing unease was overwhelming. I picked it up. The messages were from someone named Jasper. They were explicit, intimate, and sickeningly sweet. "Can't wait to see you tomorrow night," one read. "Thinking about your kiss all day." My blood ran cold. I scrolled through the thread, each message a fresh stab wound. They had been seeing each other for months. Months of lies, deception, and betrayal. I didn't confront her that night. I couldn't. I felt numb, paralyzed. I put the phone back exactly where I found it and went back to my computer, but the code swam before my eyes. I spent the rest of the night in a daze, replaying our life together, searching for clues I had missed, signs I had ignored. Had I been blind? Had I been a fool? Rosalie came home around 11 p.m., tired but smiling. She kissed me on the cheek and went straight to bed. I lay awake for hours, listening to her breathe, wondering how I could have been so wrong about someone I loved so much. The next day was a blur. I went through the motions at work, but my mind was elsewhere, replaying the messages, imagining Rosalie with this Jasper. Who was he? What did he have that I didn't? I felt a burning rage mixed with a profound sense of loss. That evening I decided I couldn't live with the lie any longer. I waited for Rosalie to get home, my heart pounding in my chest. "We need to talk," I said, my voice trembling slightly. She looked at me, a flicker of apprehension in her eyes. "What is it, Silas?" I took a deep breath. "I saw your messages, Rosalie. I know about Jasper." Her face paled. She didn't deny it. "Silas, how could you?" I interrupted, my voice rising. "How could you do this to me, to us?" Tears welled up in her eyes. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she said, her voice barely a whisper. It just happened," I repeated, incredulous. "You've been having an affair for months, and it just happened." She started to cry openly. "I know it was wrong," she sobbed. "I'm so sorry, Silas. Please, just let me explain." I wanted to scream, to lash out, but I couldn't. I just stared at her, my heart breaking into a million pieces. "Who is he, Rosalie?" I asked, my voice flat. He's a colleague," she said, avoiding my gaze. "He works in the marketing department. His name is Jasper," I said. "And you've been sleeping with him." She didn't say anything. The silence was deafening. "I want you to leave," I said finally. "I want you to pack your things and leave." She looked at me, shocked. "Silas, please don't do this. We can work through this. I promise it won't happen again." "I don't believe you," I said. "I can't trust you anymore. It's over, Rosalie." She pleaded, she begged, she cried, but I was resolute. The trust was gone, shattered beyond repair. I watched as she packed her bags, her tears flowing freely. As she walked out the door, a part of me died with her. The following weeks were hell. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't focus on anything. I was a walking zombie, haunted by images of Rosalie with Jasper. I told a few close friends what had happened, and they were supportive, but nothing could fill the emptiness inside me. One evening, a few weeks after Rosalie left, I decided to do some digging. I knew Jasper worked in the marketing department, but I wanted to know more. I found his LinkedIn profile. Jasper Vance. Handsome, successful, a rising star in the company. He looked like the kind of guy who always got what he wanted. I scrolled through his connections, and that's when I saw it. A picture of Jasper with another woman, arm in arm, smiling broadly. Her name was Seraphina, and according to her profile, she was Jasper's wife. My blood boiled. He wasn't just having an affair with Rosalie, he was married. He was a serial cheater, a predator who preyed on vulnerable women. I felt a surge of anger, not just at Rosalie, but at Jasper. He had destroyed my marriage, and he was doing the same to Seraphina. I knew I had to do something. I couldn't let him get away with it. I found Seraphina's contact information and sent her an email. I told her everything about Rosalie, about Jasper, about the messages I had found. I included screenshots as proof. A few days later, I received a reply. Seraphina was devastated. She had suspected something was going on, but she had no proof. She thanked me for telling her the truth. Together, Seraphina and I decided to expose Jasper. We gathered evidence, documented his lies, and presented it to his company. He was fired within a week. His reputation was ruined, his career in tatters. Rosalie called me furious. She blamed me for ruining her life, for destroying her relationship with Jasper. I told her she had done that herself. I had simply exposed the truth. In the end, I filed for divorce. It was a painful process, but I knew it was the right thing to do. I couldn't stay with someone who had betrayed me so deeply. Been a year since the affair came to light. I'm still healing, still piecing my life back together. The pain is less intense now, but the scars remain. I've learned a lot about myself, about relationships, and about the importance of trust. I haven't spoken to Rosalie since the divorce was finalized. I don't know what happened to her and Jasper. I don't care. I'm focused on moving forward, on building a new life for myself. It won't be the life I had planned, but it will be mine. The rain has stopped now. The sun is shining through the clouds, casting a golden light on the city. I take a sip of my coffee and smile. The storm has passed and I'm still standing. Summary. Silas, a software architect in Minneapolis, discovers his wife Rosalie's affair with a colleague named Jasper through incriminating text messages. The revelation shatters his world, leading to a confrontation and Rosalie's departure. Silas exposes Jasper's infidelity to his wife, Seraphina, resulting in Jasper's career downfall and Rosalie's anger. Ultimately, Silas files for divorce, focusing on healing and rebuilding his life after the devastating betrayal. This is a story of heartbreak, resilience, and the search for peace after betrayal. Remember, even in the darkest storms, the sun will eventually shine again.